And there's a breaking news that's coming in. Prime Minister Modi chairs a key meeting. Present at that high-level meeting for Operation Sindoor that's being discussed is Rajnath Singh, Defense Chiefs, National Security Advisor Ajit Doval are present at 7 LKM, where Prime Minister Modi chairs an important, crucial key meeting. Rajnath Singh, flanked on his right side, is also present there, are the three defense chiefs. We're also seeing National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, who's present there. And this is very crucial meeting time coming, as we're seeing India has now retaliated. 3 Pak fighter jets have been downed. First, a briefing has also been given by the 3 security chiefs to Prime Minister Modi. India strikes the 3 Pakistan air bases also. And Rajnath Singh had also reviewed all the details that had come forward. Now Prime Minister Modi meets NSA Doval, CDS, Defense Chief and Indian Navy also. We're also picking up details about what's happening, and I'm also going to try and go across to get more details on Prime Minister Modi chairing that crucial meeting to my colleagues who are joining us. But this is extremely crucial to understand that this is coming at a time, Ambassador Vora, when Prime Minister is chairing this key meeting, top-level security huddle that's underway at the Prime Minister's residence to get more details about what lies ahead for India. They're in a discussion for that.
The important thing to note is that it's the military chiefs, it's the NSA who's a civilian, there are the Defense Secretary, Home Secretary. It's a combined effort, ma'am. This is the important thing to note. It's not just all of Defense Ministry or External Affairs Ministry. It's not even all of government. It's all of people approach. So we have people from all walks of life. The paramilitary fellows will be there. Everybody making a contribution to the national effort. Whereas, ma'am, let me just tell you, this is a sure sign of success and of self-confidence. When there's a lack of self-confidence, the military fellows, as across the border in Atankistan, they will not deal with the civilians. They'll only tell the civilians, you're supposed to fall in line, wait outside my office, that kind of thing. You can't fight a war like this. You need national support. Chanakya 2,400 years ago had said, the strength of a king lies in the support of his people. Of course, that time was kings, but today the strength of a government lies in the support of its people. So in Atankistan, we have an unelected government. We have a self-appointed mullah who's become the army chief, who thinks he owns the world. There is nothing popular either about the government or about the military in that country. May I add something, ma'am, which I found very funny? If you permit, I will read it out. The operation that the Pakistanis have launched, they call it Operation O Bunyan, B Marsus. Operation Bunyan Marsus means iron wall. That is their response. So it stands for Operation Bunyan Marsus, which basically, if you do it, there's one word which is missing, but the acronym becomes BUM. I don't want to say anything.
And I want to... Prime Minister Modi chairing that key meeting, Ambassador Vora. Indian Prime Minister leads from the front.
There you are.
This is not a Prime Minister, like you said, who's shying away behind any iron wall whatsoever. Indian Prime Minister Modi holds high-level meetings. Earlier, he spoke with the Raksha Mantri, the National Security Advisor. And now in that picture, he's seen with the National Security Advisor, the service chiefs of the 3 forces, the CDS, and also intelligence officials. A lot of times, the intelligence officials, the chief, the heads of RAW, who are present in that room are not on camera. We don't let them be known. But it's very clear, like we were breaking out that news of the terror list that has come out, the intelligence that was there, the capability of the precision of where we had to target came from our intelligence sources also.
They are in these fellows will be listed in the Hall of Shame, along with Mad Mullah Munir.
Yes, so absolutely.
I'm quite sure that they're going to be there. But it's amazing that you were able to access this information, and yet you have the sensitivity not to release anything that could be of some use to the fellows from across the border. I compliment you. No wonder you are the world's premier network, and you yourself are one of our best. So the reason I say this is that you've been very sensitive to the concerns of the people. You talked of the Prime Minister leading from the front. Ma'am, Leh and Kargil is my area, special advisor. Let me tell you, when Galwan happened, you remember that, ma'am?
Yes.
How soon after that did a fellow called Narendra Modi show up over there to talk to us? So within a couple of days.
Yes.
And that tingling, ping pong, ding ding, whatever that chap's name is, took him 8 months to reach there. Because for him, his troops are cannon fodder. Whereas for the Prime Minister of India, they are his children. That's the difference that we see, ma'am. I'm 74. I know the pain to lose a kid, but I also understand that there is pride along with the pain when people sacrifice their lives for the country that we all so dearly worship. Sir, ma'am, I just want to say that, may I quote something which has always inspired me? How can man die better than facing fearful odds for the ashes of his fathers and the temples of his gods? The only temple we worship at is called Bharat.
Yes, and this is a meeting taking place by the Prime Minister of Bharat, Prime Minister Modi chairing that key meeting. Prime Minister Modi meets National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, CDS, Defense Minister, 3 service chiefs, Raksha Mantri, all of them. This is a very clear show of strength, and this is a key huddle that the Prime Minister is also meeting National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, Chief Defense and also General Anil Chaudhary at 7 LKM. We also saw earlier the visuals that were going inside for that key meeting that was taking place. We've seen Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan present there, Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi, Air Chief Marshal AP Singh who's present there, Navy Chief Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh also present there at that key meeting. And like we were discussing, we're also going to be joined by my colleague Shavan Sen also on this. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, 3 service chiefs there. Let me also go across to Major General G.D. Bakshi, who continues to be with us. Sir, this is a very critical meeting. They're in a huddle there, and it's very clear more decisions are going to be taken in this high-level meeting, which is being chaired by the Prime Minister, that's going to be deciding the way ahead. And I'm also very sure that even before this entire plan began, or what had really to happen in Operation Sindoor, the Prime Minister already had everything in place.
Absolutely. You know, what you need is political will and courage to take the plunge, to take very high-risk decisions. This was a very high-risk decision. He's taken it with aplomb. You know, we have the Raksha Mantri, calm, absolutely, cool and collected, and a great inspirer. We have the National Security Advisor, whom I had the privilege to serve with for 3 years. We are grateful to him as the armed forces for getting us the Rafales, for getting us the S-400s, for indigenizing our military production with the help of Anil Chauhan, who was with him even earlier, before he took over as CDS. Right? I'd like to thank on behalf of the veterans, the 3 service chiefs, for God's sake. They've done a marvelous job. We need to give a big hand to the Army Chief General Dwivedi and to especially the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal AP Singh, a straight-talking soldier of the type that we love, who shoots from the hip, and he is a military professional. We have shown overmatching technological capability. Over Pakistan, our integrated air defense has been an invincible wall. Our Air Force has struck repeatedly the key prime bases and assets of the Pakistan Air Force. They have been pulverized. We have achieved the first stage for a full-scale war, that is to gain air superiority. Now it will be the government's decision whether to give Pakistan, out of compassion for the Pakistani people, an off-ramp, or to go for the jugular and create Baluchistan. The time is ripe, right?
But jugular
I would like to say to my very valued colleague and dear friend, Ambassador Vora, we are all on the same page. Hum sab Bhartiya hai. We fight together. Yes, soldiers do get worked up at times. You have to. To fight, you need passion. To fight, you need emotion, right? That is needed on the battlefield. That is balanced by our more matured friends in the civilian side. We work as a team. We have shown the whole of the government approach. We put diplomatic pressure. We put economic warfare pressure. And now we have put kinetic military pressure of an order that has left the world stunned. We have won. The Indian Armed Forces don't fight for a draw. We are trained to fight to win. And that is precisely what we have done. The situation is now foretold. If Pakistan wants it taken to the logical conclusion, so be it.
I have to say something.
So be it. But for the compassion, for compassion for the people of Pakistan, if they want to appeal to our Prime Minister for a ceasefire, they may still give them an off-ramp. Even though the people of India are so angry with you for murdering our innocent civilians before their wives, before their children, you will pay for it. You've already started paying. Even now, if you back off, it will be good for the world. It will be good for you. But don't mess with us. Don't mess with us. You destabilize Jammu and Kashmir. You destabilize the Punjab. You overthrew Hasina Wajid. You wanted to, envelop us from all sides with your Ghazwa-e-Hind, your civilizational war, your clash of civilizations between Hindus and Muslims. Have you gotten a taste of a united India? And in the end, to my very dear friend, Ambassador Vora, Deepak Vora, I love him actually, and I am sure he'll join me in saying, Chak de India! Chak de India!
Chak de, sir, Chak. Sir, may I, General, you are a legend. We all worship you. May I say something to you, share with you a message I've just got, sir? Ma'am, will you give me permission?
Please.
Apparently,
Please.
A Pakistani has been arrested for calling his army chief a donkey. So when he was being arrested, he told the police, why are you arresting him? They said, not for calling the chief a donkey, but for revealing a state secret. Well, the fellow is a donkey, so you're not supposed to say that. I knew you would love that, General Bakshi. I mean, this is an apocryphal story, but I found it very funny.
Inimitable.
Thank you. It's
Okay.
great.